Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are playing Skyrim, the latest legendary edition, special edition, the latest edition, with all the creation club and everything that comes with it. We're starting a new game with no mods, and as we go through, I'm going to explain the lore that I know from the characters and the locations we come across. But now we start this long ass opening scene. I'll explain some lore as we do this carriage ride. I turned down the game volume in the mixer, so I'm not overpowered by it. Audio. Turn the master down to halfway. How loud is the music, Hal? Feels like you're barely. Okay, yep, there it is. What about now? I want you guys to be able to hear me over the game. Nada. You don't hear it shows that you should be hearing the game. Anyways. I'm good, thank you. Alright. So. Look at the dynamic lighting. So pretty.
Hey, you. You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, they could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
We're all brothers and sisters in binds now, thief.
Thief.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong
Fuck
with
you.
him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Alright, so Ulfric Stormcloak is a man that served in the Great War between the Empire and the Alduin Dominion.
Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion.
He was actually captured.
You? Oh gods, where are they taking us?
Which kind of fortifies his position that the Empire can't protect its citizens.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
After the war,
Hey,
the Empire
what village are
banned
you
the
from,
worship
horse
of
thief?
Talos, and I'll get into
Why
that
do
a
you
little bit
care?
later,
a
which he
Nord's
really
last
did not
thoughts
like.
should be
Skyrim, Talos is the hero god
Rorikstead.
of the Empire that came
I'm from Rorikstead.
from Skyrim when he was a man. Talos is actually an amalgamation of 3 men, but we won't get into that right now.
Mara, Dibella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please
So
help me.
Skyrim really is pretty heavy worship, has a worship base for
General
Talos.
Tullius, the military governor.
So
And it looks
once
like
that
the
happened,
Dalmor are
he went to Markarth with his little group of volunteer soldiers and tried to make the worship of Talos official again. Called the Markarth incident. Bad shit happened. Empire had to crack down on the worship of Talos due to the Alduin Dominion saying, yo, the peace treaty says you can't worship this guy, so stop worshiping him. So the Empire cracked down, which pissed him off even more, in which he started a civil war, in which he went to the High King of Skyrim and murdered him with his voice. He shouted him to death. Now there's reports that it's honorable one-on-one combat, and there's reports that he just walked in and killed the man. Don't know. But that's what kicked off the Civil War. They were winning until General Tullius showed up and started kicking that ass. Now, we were captured at the border of Cyrodiil. I'm not supposed to be on this cart with these fuckers, but I am.
Them damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this.
That is Alduin, that elf on the horse. He's actually here to save the Stormcloak, Ulfric, not the rest of the Stormcloaks. She's trying to prevent his execution because she wants this civil war to go on as long as possible. Now, there's an actual theory that she's the one that tipped off the Stormcloaks as to where he's going to be held. There's a theory that she was trying to get him rescued on the way down to Cyrodiil, but General Tullius changed his plans and decided to execute him on the spot, which is why she's here to protest it. She wants the Empire and the Stormcloaks to fight
This
as
is
long
Helgen.
as possible.
I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Elod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny, when I was a boy, Imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
Who are they, Daddy? Where are they going?
We gonna die.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Yeah, let him watch the
Inside
soldiers.
the house. Now.
Yes, Papa.
That is the one survivor, Hamming. Well,
Why
there's
are we
two.
stopping?
He's one of them,
Why do you think?
of the
End
villagers
of
in
the
this
line.
town. And the shit that's about to go down.
Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait! We're not rebels!
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them! We weren't with you! This is a mistake!
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak.
Jarl
Jarl of Windhelm.
Windhelm is the
It
oldest
has been
city
an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
in Skyrim.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
No! I'm not a rebel! You can't do
There's
this!
an interesting theory behind Rorikstead too.
You're not gonna kill me!
Archers! Anyone else feel like
Oh, he got
running?
that.
Wait. You there. Step forward.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Alright. So, one of the good things about Skyrim, but it's also something that a lot of people hate, is any race can master anything. In the previous games, especially Morrowind, your race kind of determined what you'd be good at. Like if you picked Wood Elf, you were good archer, thief. These are basically small Legolosses. The forest elves, they're vegan. No, not vegan. They opposite of vegan. They eat solely meat. They don't eat any vegetables at all. They can't harm trees. They can't cut down trees. The only things they can use from the forest is things that have fallen onto the floor already. So like if a tree branch falls, they're allowed to use that wood, but they're not allowed to cut wood from a living tree. It's something called the Green Pact. It's a whole religion around them. Now, they also have this thing called, I think it's Wild Hunt, like The Witcher. To where if it's desperate enough, a group of them will do this, and it turns them into crazed monsters that will not stop until they're put down. They use it in times of, basically, the civilization's about to fall. Red Guards, these guys are good, the fighters. That is the archetype, that is what they do, they fight. They're the best warriors in the game in terms of like regular troops. They come from Hammerfell. They originally came from a different continent altogether, but that continent sank into the sea and they fled. They are fighting now Mary Dominion on their own. They're independent province right now. They broke off from the Empire when the Empire signed the peace treaty because they said, fuck that peace treaty. You don't want nothing to do with it. And they kept on fighting. And, yeah, they held their own. They pushed back the Mary Dominion by themselves. Orcs, these guys are some of the best. They're the best shock troopers. Have two-handed weapons. The orcs, fighters. They are actual. They used to be elves, but the god they followed got killed by another god, and the god that killed their god ate that god, and then, and I'm being serious, shit him out. Which is where you get out, or the poopy people. They used to follow Trinimac. Trinimac was slain and shot out by Boethia. And then Trinimac turned into Malakath, who is who they follow now. Nords, or also fighters. They two-handed weapons, any kind of fighting. They're pretty good at all of it. They don't excel at two-handed like the orcs do. They don't excel at single blade like the red guards do. They're like the middle ground. In terms of fighters, they're good at everything. Used to be they're resistant to cold, not anymore. They took that RPG element out of the game. But the Vikings. The aesthetic is Viking. Everything about them is Viking. Khajiit, the cat people. They were created by Azura. I think there's theories that they used to be elves as well. Their whole thing is based off the moons. Now they can be as small as a house cat and as intelligent as a house cat, or they can be quite literally a tank in terms of like a panther that's the size of a moving tank and is used as a tank. There's humanoid versions like this one. There's a whole bunch of subspecies of Khajiit that is decided based on where the moons are in the sky. They're good at assassinations and thieves and hand-to-hand because they have claws. The hand-to-hand combat abilities is unparred. They also like moon sugar, which is in-game version of cocaine. And skooma, which is the in-game version of heroin. Alright, Imperials, they're diplomats. They're more like the Mario in Mario Kart. They don't suck at anything, but they're not great at anything. They're decent at everything. Magic, fighting, diplomacy, thieves, doesn't matter. They're decent at everything. It's as vanilla can be. They used to be closest relation is the Nords, of course, but they're a different subspecies. The Needs, Neds. They came to Tamriel before the Nords did, because they're both also from Atmar, which is a whole different continent. High Elves. All the elves stemmed from the High Elves, or the Atmar, in different ways. They view themselves as the purest form of elf. They also hate that they are no longer immortal, because in the lore, everything used to be immortal, and then one of the gods tricked the other gods into making the mortal plane, which took the divinity from them. So they hate the human god they blame the human god for being the one that took the divinity from them. They still live hundreds of years longer than everybody else. They can live for thousands of years if they play their cards right, but they're pompous assholes and incredibly racist in every way, shape, and form. They're also the best mages, though, in terms of pure magical ability of how much magic they can use at one time. Dark elves used to be high elves, but then the tribunal, back when they worshipped the tribunal, broke an oath, and one of the gods, Azura, cursed them with gray skin and red eyes, so the world may know that they're betrayal. The gods don't like the dark elves. They suffer all the time. They are Daedric worshippers by trade. There's two forms of gods, Aedra and Daedra. They worship the Daedra. Everyone else worships the Aedra. They live hard lives. Now, in between Oblivion and this game, Red Mountain blew up, which wrecked their country. Then the Argonians, who used to be historical slaves to the Dark Elves, invaded from the south, wrecking them further. It took them time to regroup and form an army. The Reiterans, a great house, defended and pushed back the Argonians, but they're getting shit on right now by every possible aspect of life. Though my personal favorite race, although the racist as shit, I just like the tragedy in their backstory, how much shit they have to go through. Plus, Morrowind is my first game I've played, and it's the best one in my opinion, gameplay, storyline-wise. Bretons are good at magic. That is what they do. They're half-elf, although you can't tell by the ears anymore. In the earlier games, they used to have pointy ears like elves, but they have elf blood in them. So, in terms of mages, basic mages, they're the best that you can get. They don't have as much magic as high elves, but they have a higher defense against magic than high elves. High elves are weak to magic, Bretons are not. So if you're just doing pure mage, Breton or high elf is your choice. Breton's better than high elf for standard mage play. If you want to be an aggressive mage, high elf would be the best bet, but if you're just trying to be a mage, Breton's the way to go. And Argonians, traditionally slaves to the Dark Elves. These lizard folk come from Argonia. They're immune to poison, they can breathe underwater, they can swim. They're good at magic and stealth. Bretons are good at magic. Dark Elves are good at magic and fighting. High Elves are good at magic. Heroes are good at everything. Khajiit, also slaves to the Dark Elves. Fighting and stealth. Nords, fighting. They don't like magic. Orcs, fighting. Red God, fighting. Wood Elf, fighting and stealth. Long range fighting and stealth. But you can be any race and do anything you want in Skyrim. So what race do you think we should be? Cat or lizard? So Khajiit or Argonian? What can Khajiit do for you? I figured you'd have me pick elf. Male or female, does not matter at all. Meryl just because. By the way, storyline wise, the one that matches the story best is Nord, mechanically, for the Dragonborn. There's also DLC where Dark Elf is a better option, but we'll go with Khajiit. I have orange. We're gonna make a tiger. What color eyes? We'll go that color. Tigers don't really have hair like that. There we go. What color nose is the tiger? Cat, why are you doing mushrooms when you have my infant? You need to clarify that, kid. All right. So. Done. Now, I would normally ask you guys what I should name it, but I'm naming it Obie. After my high school mascot, Obie the Tiger. From the Massillon Tigers. Here in Ohio.
You with one of the trade caravans, Khajiit? Your kind always seems to find trouble. Captain, what should we do? He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
Oh yeah,
By
sure.
your
I'm in
orders,
Tennessee at the
Captain.
moment, but
I'm sorry. We'll make sure your remains are returned to elsewhere. Follow the captain, prisoner.
now my high school had a live tiger as a mascot for a while. But they stopped doing that a couple years ago.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
Now, Helgen has no real history behind it. It's thought that maybe
Carry on.
it's a secondary fort.
Give them their last
It's a
rites.
primary fort, I should say,
As we
second only
commend
to the
your
fort in
souls to
Solitude.
Imperius, blessings
Because
of
small
the eight
towns like this
divines
don't
upon
have
you.
stone walls.
Shut up and
It also has a very large keep,
As you wish.
which we'll be exploring here in a moment.
Come on! I haven't got all morning.
But yeah, that's it. That's it for Helgen.
My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
Now, have you seen the meme where it has scissors going up against the crab, and the crab is looking at, like, my ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials? Can you say the same? This is where that comes from. Oh, yummy.
You Imperial bastards!
Justice!
Death to the Stormcloaks!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next,
The more
cat.
you know.
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
I said next prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
I don't like this part. It's like, it's in the clouds. No, it's not. It's already on top of the tower. What are you talking about? It's in the clouds. Kind of late dialogue. Like, listen.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries. What do you see?
It's in the clouds.
No, it's not. It's right there. It's right there.
Don't get Guards, get past people.
Come on, there we go.
This way.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yard, what is that thing? Could the legends be true?
Legends don't burn down villages.
We need to move now. We just need to move.
Oh shit. Bleh.
You need to get over here now. That boy, you're doing great. Torol. Everyone get back.
This guy
Still alive, prisoner.
and this kid
Close to me if you want
are
to
the
stay that
two
way.
survivors from the
Gunnar, take care of
villagers.
the boy.
You
I
can
have to
find
General
them
Tullius and join the
camp
defense. God's guide.
somewhere over there after this is all said and done. Somewhere to the south, I believe. On the
Stay close
mountain
to the
side.
wall. What does it take to kill this monster? Over here.
Stick with the good chin. Stick with the chin.
I fought bravely.
Into the keep!
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
It's you and me, prisoner. Stay
Oh, by the way, the dude wondering if he made still made juniper berries mead. That's him. That's this guy.
It just keeps coming!
Grab him, grab him, grab him. Come on. I like it when they pick him up and throw him in the sky.
You damn traitor! Out of my way!
We're escaping, Headline. You're not stopping us this time.
Fine. I hope that dragon takes you all to Sovereign Guard.
Yes.
With me, prisoner. Let's go.
Blunk. All right, so we go siding with the Stormcloaks right now, or the Legion. Now, it's not finalized. We can change it later. This is just the opening cutscene of who we fight in the keep. Are we siding with the Stormcloaks or the Legion? Now, keep in mind, lore-wise, the Khajiit is part of the Ardmeri Dominion. Doesn't really affect things because the Ardmeri Dominion wants this war to go on as long as possible, and you end it. So which one? Yeah, 3 seconds, Hal. 3, 2, 1. Left. Alright. I like Hadwall.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. Was that really a dragon? To bring us to the end times?
We should keep moving.
Unbind
Come
me,
here.
fool.
Let me see if I can get those bindings off.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. Take a look around.
Only
There
one
should be
running
plenty
around
of gear
tied
to
up.
choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something for these bones.
Gold, 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 gold.
See if
Quip, quip, quip.
you're gonna get that off. Give that sword a few swings too.
Let's keep moving. That thing is still out there.
Now, are we, How do you hit the button, fool? Don't hit it again, you dumbass. You always side with the Stormcloaks? I knew you were right there. Knew it!
Get moving. That dragon is tearing up the whole keep.
Just give me a minute.
Watch him. He doesn't even want to fight these guys.
Hear that? Stormcloaks. Maybe we can reason with them.
I'm gonna burn him. I'm gonna burn him.
Hold on now.
Huh? If you want to die, so no one here now.
Let me see if I can...
Alright. Good.
That door
Good
open.
back. Good cover. Catherine. Good cover story. Although we're gonna go assassin with this build, so we actually gotta get our one-handed up. Now in this game I do not have any mods or cheats or anything activated. It's simply base game with creation club stuff. So extra pressing weapons, but no advantages like a cheat menu that I had in Fallout. Hold up. I gotta be able to block.
Skyrim! You can't win this.
That's the end of that. Storeroom. See if you can find some potions. Might come in handy.
Don't mind if I do.
Done then? This
Yeah,
way.
come on.
I will kill you.
I tried to save the bald guy. Sorry, Baldy.
Happened along in time.
I tried.
These boys seemed a bit upset at how I've been entertaining their
Not my fault. You
comrades.
suck at life. I'm gonna grab a dagger so I can stab people in the neck.
Helgen.
Hot dragon, please.
Looting and polluting.
Don't make up nonsense.
Now, one thing I don't understand about this dude is the guys that attacked him come up
Come to
from
think
now.
of it, I did hear some
Because he says there's
noises
nothing
coming from
down
over
here,
there.
and there's a big ass hole in the wall. But if there's a big ass hole in the wall, and those guys came from upstairs, where did that hole in the wall come from? Like, I need to know these things.
Come with us. We need to get out of here.
Shoo,
He's not gonna
take all
come.
my things.
Grab what you can and let's go.
See this big asshole. Where the fuck did this come from if there's no way out this way? If you stick around when he says, come on, let's go, the torch will say that there's no way out down there.
Where in Oblivion are we supposed to go?
But there's
That's
all
the
these
way
fuckers.
out.
Just give me a minute. Let me think.
Not impressed.
Fallen!
Belongs to the North.
I'm about to set these fools on fire.
Now you're mine. That's the end of that.
You're just fucking walking the fire,
See if
bud.
we can find a way out.
Seems like a good idea. Alright, let's now that I got my bow, I'll
Let's
be
see where this
using
goes.
this almost exclusively. Down this path. Yeah, that was close, wasn't it?
Good luck that that didn't come down on top of us.
Something in this. Get all the venom. Eat a yummy spider egg to figure out what it does potion wise. Which just sounds off. Yeah, would you eat a spider egg? I know Hal would, because she's weird. What? Oh, the bear moved. Alright, so
Hold up.
here
There's a bear just ahead.
we can cheese the system.
See her?
Right now,
I'd rather
this
not
fool
tangle with her right now.
is
Might be
invincible.
able
He
to
cannot die. So,
Fine. Just take it nice and slow. What?
we can
Try your step.
Use that mechanic
Or if you're feeling
to
lucky, you can take this bow.
increase our
Might
sneak
take it by surprise. Go ahead. I'll follow
so
your lead
much.
and watch your back.
Now, I don't like really doing this. With the assassin build, I run 2 magic, 1 health, 1 stamina. Because although there's a point where I'll get free magic in illusion, in the School of Illusion, like none of the spells will cost me anything at all. I still like to use magic. And that's gonna take me a while to get now. But this cheeses your sneak and your one-handed attack. This will take us a while if we want to do it. But I don't. Oh shit, I forgot to favorite the bow. What do you guys think of that cheesing mechanic? Did you know about it? You could also probably get some of your archery up. You run out of bow. Oh, maybe you won't. Maybe you will. Have you ever seen someone do that mechanic, Kyle? The bad thing about it is once you leave this cave, like if you level your shit up, like you walk out of it pretty high level and you have all this weak ass equipment.
Not the sneaking type, huh?
No, I'm the sneaking type. I just like to kill you when I'm sneaking around.
Wait.
Alright, I'll be doing survival mode. It means I have to eat, sleep, and stay warm. I can't fast travel. I can't carry as much, and I only level when I sleep. Now, do you guys want to see me play survival mode? Which will significantly add time to missions for me having to walk from one side of the map to the other. No. Okay. Alright.
Looks like he's gone for good. I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back.
Yeah. You should probably fucking start moving, bud.
Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
We're not splitting up. I think this thing wants to die. Bye, Thumper.
Listen, you should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. We could really use someone
should
like
I?
you. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them. I hope that dragon... Of course. I know today wasn't the best introduction to the Legion, but I hope you'll give us another chance. The Legion could really use someone like you, especially now. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
General Tullius ordered my execution. Why would I want to help him?
I don't blame you for being angry about it. I would be too in your shoes. But it was all a mistake. You weren't supposed to be on that cart with those Stormcloak traitors. And the Imperial Legion needs your help, especially now with that dragon out there somewhere and Ulfric back on the loose.
You make a good case, maybe I will join up.
I hope so. The Legion is Skyrim's only hope right now. Come on, we better get moving.
It's because you need the Legendary Edition or whatever it's called, the latest version. Or you can buy that particular, because Legendary Edition gives you all the creation kit stuff. Although you should be able to upgrade it. You have the new Xbox. But it might cost $20.
See that ruin up there? Bleak Falls Barrow.
Or you can just buy that
boy,
particular creation kit thing in the Creation Club.
Creeping down the mountain to climb through my window at night. That kind of thing. I admit, I still don't much like the look of it.
Deep, Bleak Falls Barrow. That was from the Dragon War that you will learn about later.
These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead, see for yourself.
Thief Stone, which makes it easier to level up Thief, your stealth abilities. Mage Stone makes it easier to level up your magic. And Warrior Stone makes it easier to level up your fighting ability. He wants us to pick Warrior Stone, because that's what he wants.
Warrior. Good. I knew you shouldn't have been on that cult the minute
But you can change it whenever you want. So as soon as he turns his back. What? I didn't pick nothing different. It's definitely the Warrior Stone. Don't worry about it. Keep going. Oh, I need to move my camera because I need to be able to see my my favorites. There we go. Yeah, the stone you wanted. Yeah. Of course. There's gonna be 2 wolves that run up on me in a second. While we run.
As far as I'm concerned,
I get all the ingredients I can see.
But until we get that
because making potions is a good way to get a whole buttload of money.
Avoid any complications, all right?
Once you get good enough at it, it makes getting money just stupid.
Where'd you come from?
I hope that dragon isn't still flying.
Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. What are you doing, bro?
I'm glad you decided to come with me. We're almost to Riverwood. What was that?
I knew I heard something.
Fuck me.
You're dead.
What's dead? What do you shoot? Oh.
You're dead. No.
We're gonna take all this so I can sell it. Fun fact about Nornwood. It's in Fallout 4. It's not called Nornwood though, it's called Experiment something. Experimental plant or something. It's an Easter egg to Skyrim callback, but a lot of people use it as a basis to say that Fallout and Skyrim take place in the same universe. Just different time periods, and no. I don't prescribe to that theory at all.
Uncle Halvar, hello.
Hadvar, what are you doing here? Are you on leave from shores, bones? What happened to you, boy? Are you in some
Uncle,
kind
please,
of trouble?
keep your voice down. I'm fine, but we should go inside to talk.
What's going on? And who's this?
He's a friend. Saved my life, in fact. Come on, I'll explain everything, but we need to go inside.
Okay, come inside then. Sigrid will get you something to eat, and you can tell me all about it.
A dragon! I saw a dragon!
Yep.
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right over the barrel.
Dragons now, is it? Please, Mother. If you keep on like this, everyone in town will...
You guys gonna go in?
And I've got better things to do than listen to more.
Sigrid, we have company.
Hadvar, we've been so worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Now then, boy, what's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I don't know where to start. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' guard. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. But I need your help. We need your help.
Yeah, give me all your shit. I'm gonna move the camera. Move it closer up here. Might move it to the other side, honestly. Over here or somewhere. Alright. Since we're not doing survival, I don't need any of this food, but I will take all this stuff.
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to
What are you doing
Jarl
with that
Balgruuf
plate,
in
bro?
Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt. Of course.
Oh no, I don't want to armor my
Until next
no,
time.
Did you
don't
really
want to
see a
armor my
dragon?
horse.
What did it look like? Did it have big teeth?
Hush,
Well,
child.
I'd
Don't
better
pester
get
your
back to
cousin.
work.
Now we're gonna loot and
You make
flute.
yourselves at home.
Now talking to these, not her. She'll just tell me I'm spoken for, so
Make
don't
yourself
hit
at
on.
home. I'm spoken for, you know, so
Okay.
don't get any ideas.
I'm not interested. Shut up. Awfully high opinion of yourself, though, bud. I'm just down here fucking looting all your shit.
Did you really see a dragon?
It's nice to be back in a friendly spot, huh?
On
Listen,
anything?
I'm going to lay up here for a while.
Alright. No, it's not stealing. It is not stealing. If they're friends with you, you can take whatever you want as long as it doesn't have that red. Now, the value limit is 50. If it's 50 and above, that is stealing. If it's below 50, it is not. They are giving it to you. Which is why I'm taking all this shit. Well, I don't really steal because I don't have a way to sell the stolen goods yet. It comes later in the game.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
I want you to buy stuff from me.
Whatever you need. Buy Ysmir if it's simple and strong. I can forge it.
Go further in to unlock your source. There we go.
Iron or steel
What the
is what
fuck?
you need. Leave that fancy elven stuff to the elves. I can
There we
forge
go.
You the sneaky type? Got some nice
What do you have to
looking
sell?
to protect yourself or deal some
No,
damage?
I'm looking to sell you the shit you just gave me. $4.20 plays it. Alright, now if you talk to him, he'll tell you the basics of the war right now. Who's fighting who. We'll go
Cross
through
the river
conversation.
and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace.
What can you tell me about the Jarl?
Jarl Balgruuf, he rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though.
Which side in the war does he favor?
I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor.
Who's Elisif?
Ah, I forget you're new to Skyrim. Jarl Elisif, I should say. Although only because she was married to Jarl Torrig when he was murdered. Ulfric murdered Torrig, you know. Walked right into his palace in Solitude and killed him. Shouted him to death, if you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, we're back to the bad old days.
What can you tell me about Riverwood?
Gerder's family first settled here as woodcutters a few generations ago. She and Hod run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill. People are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to roam around arresting people, just for worshipping Talos. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. Nords have always supported the Empire, and the Empire has always been good for Skyrim. It's from that treaty that ended the Great War, remember? When the Emperor was forced by the Thalmor to outlaw Talos worship. We didn't pay much attention to it when I was a boy. Everyone still had their little shrine to Talos. But then, Ulfric and his sons of Skyrim started agitating about it. Sure enough, the Emperor had to crack down, dragging people off in the middle of the night. One of the main causes of this war, if you ask me.
Now, ask me if he
Yes,
needs any.
actually.
Gonna do.
How
This
about
is
you
the
smith me an iron dagger?
the smithing
Here's
tutorial that
everything you
I'm
need
about
to
to
make
do while I
Go ahead.
explain the war.
Aye.
The Great War is a war that happened between the Almeri Dominion, the Empire, and Hammerfell. Although during the war, Hammerfell was part of the Empire, or for the first part of it. Anyways, back at the last game, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the Oblivion Crisis wrecked everything. Everywhere was weakened. The Imperial Province Cyrodiil started pulling their armies back to protect the capital, the main land. Kind of leaving the provinces to deal with it on their own. Now, Somerset Isles, where the High Elves are from, they held their own pretty good with their magic. They shut a few of the Oblivion gates that popped up. And eventually they took full credit for stopping it. Well, they didn't. It was Martin and the hero from the last game that stopped the Oblivion Crisis. Anyways, once the Oblivion Crisis was ended, everything was still really weakened. Somerset was, the government was given over to the Thalmor, which was a racist supremacy group that put High Elves above everybody. And they won power by saying they stopped the Oblivion Crisis. Now, after a little bit, they went into Valenwood and helped orchestrate a coup where Valenwood, the Wood Elf, overthrew the Imperial Province, the Imperial power there, and broke away from the Empire. And Valenwood joined with Somerset, making the Third Almeri Dominion. Then, after they consolidated with Valenwood, they set their sights on Elthrail, which is where the Khajiits hail from. The Khajiits were in disarray because of something called the Void Nights, where the moons disappeared. Now, the Khajiit life cycle is based around these two moons, so when they disappeared, it threw everything out of whack. When the moons reappeared, the Thalmor claimed credit for that. I don't know why the Void Nights happened. I haven't looked too deep into it. I just know that when it happened, it fucked the Khajiit up. And when it came back, the Almeri Dominion claimed credit for bringing the moons back, and the Khajiit were so thankful, they broke away from the Empire and joined the Almeri Dominion. While that was going on, Argonia, where the Argonians have come from, they invaded Morrowind, the home of the Dark Elves, in avenging hundreds of years, thousands of years of slavery, and messed them up for a good part. Pushed deep into the Morrowind land until the Ritterans pushed them back out, re-establishing control of Morrowind. But it was really weakened. At the same time, though, like right after that war, Red Mountain blew up, a volcano from the third game, Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. That mountain blew up, that volcano, and whew, like it's still smoking. Like if you go to Sostheim in this game in the DLC, you can still see smoke coming off this volcano that fucking just blew up. Which messed up a lot of the Dark Elf lands. They're still reeling from that. So at this point, the only provinces that was peaceful besides Hammerfell, Imperial Province, Cyrodiil, was Skyrim and the other one. Daggerfall? Daggerfall. Like only 4 of the provinces were good in the Imperial Province, in the Empire. The rest of them were just wrecked in some way or went over to the Almeri Dominion. So the Almeri Dominion saw this weakness and sent an envoy to the Imperial capital with a gift and an ultimatum. The envoy goes to the Emperor and says, "Hey, you can give us you can give us most of Hammerfell. You can disband the Blades, which is the Emperor's spy and bodyguard service. You're gonna pay us large amounts of money, and oh yeah, that god you humans really like, Talos. Yeah, you're no longer gonna worship him." So the Emperor said, "Fuck that. We're not doing any of that." So, no. So the envoy's like, "All right, well, here's your gift." And he took the cover off the wagon. It was the head of every Blade agent that was stationed in the Almeri Dominion. All of them. That's a wagon full of heads. So that kicked off the Great War. Now, the Almeri Dominion, the Somerset Isles is south of Hammerfell. It's in the very southwest portion of Tamriel, the continent. To the north of them is Hammerfell. To the east of them is Valenwood, and then elsewhere. Now, they pushed up from elsewhere into the Imperial Cyrodiil. No, he's not. He's not holding it right at all. He's boning the shit out of his elbow. Anyways, they pushed up from the south, north into Cyrodiil, and pushed straight for the capital. But they also pushed up north from Somerset Isles into Hammerfell and started fucking up Hammerfell. Now, the Empire was so weakened that it took them time to pull in all the legions. So seeing that he was about to lose, the Emperor ordered a full retreat from the capital that was getting surrounded. And sacrificed an entire legion to act as a rear guard so all these other people can get away. They consolidated the armies to the north, somewhere around Bruma, with all the Nordic legions, and pushed back down and retook the capital. But before they could do that, the High Elves thought they won, so they got lazy and they kept trying to ask the Emperor, "Hey, we won, we clearly won, give us peace," by agreeing to all these stipulations. Emperor says, "Oh yeah, I need time to get everything together. Yeah, we'll do that." They did not. They ended up encircling the city and completely destroying the main force of the Almeri Dominion. But they didn't have the force necessary to push into the Almeri Dominion themselves because they were so incredibly weakened by all the wars and losses they just dealt with. So they signed the peace treaty, the White Gold Concordant, which is basically all the things the Almeri Dominion asked for in the first place, they got, except for Hammerfell. Hammerfell said, "No, we're not signing that peace treaty. Fuck that. You're not giving us away." So the Emperor had no choice but to say Hammerfell is no longer part of the Empire. They're their own independent nation. Hammerfell continued fighting the Almeri Dominion on their own, and until the second treaty of Stros Makai, which I don't know anything about that treaty. I don't know if Hammerfell lost any land. I don't think they did, but Elder Scrolls 6 is supposed to take place in Daggerfall and Hammerfell. So we'll see. But that war wrecked a lot of shit. And the Almeri Dominion is heavily weakened right now because of elves. They don't give birth like humans do. humans give birth like bunnies, elves do not. So it takes them longer to regroup than it does humans. So both sides is kind of just rebuilding their armies while watching for the next war. That took too long. But that really shows just how badass the Red Guards are in terms of fighting. Is they're by themselves taking on a country that nearly brought the Empire to its knees, and they're doing it by
Take
themselves.
what you need, my friend. With it, may the
Now
gods
most of
watch over
Hammerfell
your
is
battles, friend.
vast desert, so there's that.
Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a...
What did you think of the war?
Whatever you need.
Or my explanation of it?
Strong. I can forge it.
What did you think of the Emperor's gift of all the heads of his
When I
agents?
first started smithing. You looking for a new blade? This looks good. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather up. Right.
Yeah, isn't it? Like, that is big dick energy right there. Like, you don't want to sign it? Okay.
Iron or steel.
Well, we
I
already
could
killed all
forge
the
you a war
Blaze
hammer
agents
that
in our
would
land,
crush a
so
giant's
here's the
head like a
heads.
walnut.
We'll be back for yours shortly.
Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for
Now, the
straps,
mobile
fittings,
game,
that kind of thing.
the Elder Scrolls mobile game, which is actually pretty good. A lot better than I thought it would be. Takes place during the war. You're the forgotten hero in the mobile game, and you're the one that helps liberate the Imperial city. And you kill the guy that was wreaking havoc. Because the High Elves were not being very proper in the Imperial city. They were
Take this leather to the
raping,
workbench over
sacrificing, pillaging. They were destroying
there. Take what you need,
everything, damn now.
friend. Within reason. Hmm? You have... Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforge steel, huh?
Alright. We're just gonna go ahead and go. Normally I do all the quests in a town before I move on to the next one, but there's an interaction that you only see if you go to Whiterun first and get the crest up there. The crossbar. Because if you go in the trader, they give you the Golden Claw crest. And the golden claw and the crest you need, you get from the court wizard in Whiterun. You get both of them now. So if you get that there before going to Whiterun, you actually miss out on a whole pretty interesting interaction.
Orgnar, are you listening?
Remember her voice and her face.
Yale is going bad. We need to get a new badge.
Okay? Remember that.
Did you hear me?
Yep, Yale's going bad.
I'm gonna pull out my bow because there's always a deal though. Always. Oh well. I missed. Bro! Fuck you, game. Fuck you. As Todd Howard likes to say, that just works. It just works. No, Todd Howard. Not always. Hopefully it did that pre-crash save that it does sometimes. Good thing I walked in that building before I did all those. Now I get another shot at that deal, I guess. Seems like you got 5 euros. You need to cut that shit out. Right in the butthole. Ah, he zigged when he should have zagged. Where'd you go, dear? Yeah, you thought you could hide behind a rock. Not today. Not today. Grab it before it goes. This wolf's gonna buy. One time, at level 1, I ran across a giant right here. Giants are not fun to fight when you're level 1. They're not fun to fight when you're high level. Because they have an attack that will send you into space. You're gonna die, Stonefolk. I ended up killing it after a couple tries. It was not fun. Ooh, butterfly. Butterfly! I'm gonna eat its wings. Butterfly in the sky. I'm gonna eat your wings. Take a bite. It's really gross eating butterflies. Oh, I'm eating them. Watch, right now. Doing it. Butterfly wing.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you.
What the fuck you mean? didn't even see you fucking take it
But a
down.
true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here with my shield brothers.
What is a shield brother?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Codlac Whitemane up in Jorvasco. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth.
And tell you.
If you go to him,
Good luck.
good luck.
Yeah. So. The companions came over from Atmora with Isgramor. Now, when the Nords first came from Atmora, which is a frozen continent to the north, they originally lived in harmony with the elves that were in Skyrim at the time, called the Snow Elves. They're pastier than me. Like so pasty. So pasty, they kind of look like a very light blue with white hair. Like a very, very light blue. Anyways, they living all peacefully and whatnot. And one night, the Snow Elves said no more, and invaded Salthal, which was the first human settlement. And it was the main human settlement. Isgramor and his sons were the only ones that survived that attack. So Isgramor said, alright, I'll be back. Went back to Atmora and brought back his 500 companions, which is this group that they belong to, is the companions. It's the leftover legacy of this group of men and women. Anyways, Isgramor and the 500 companions came back and genocided the shit out of every snow elf they could find. They were killing them. Didn't matter, man, woman, child, they did not care. They were killing you. The final defeat came on Sothdime, when the snow prince or snow elf prince, he has a name, I'll just forget it right now, died in battle. Yeah. Once the snow elves realized we're gonna all die, they went to the Dremor or the Dwarves for help. Now the Dwarves is like, yeah, we'll take you into our underground cities and we'll keep you safe. They did not keep them safe. You will see the results of that later on in the game, but it is really fucked up.
Blood on the wind today.
The Dremor were
Good hunt
assholes.
ahead of us.
And I'll tell you more about the Dremor as well once we get to a Dremor city. But we're about to end this stream as soon as I get inside of Whiterun proper. There's a body down there, I believe. Or some I forget. Skeleton.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Alright. This is Whiterun. Yay. So, what did you guys think of my lore explanations? Is that a style of game streaming that you like? What do you think? Yeah, Fallout 4 and Skyrim are the two games that I know the most about because I spent so much time playing both games. Fallout 3 is a game I know a lot about as well. Elder Scrolls 3, of course. More Oblivion I know less about because I didn't like Oblivion like a lot of people did. I liked it. I played the shit out of it. And the best Elder Scrolls DLC that out of all of them is on Oblivion. The Shivering Isles, where you get to go meet Shigarath. The dude's hilarious. But storyline-wise, my favorite is Morrowind, and gameplay mechanic-wise, my favorite Skyrim. So, like, Oblivion just kind of gets pushed to the back burner. A lot of people like it because it's shiny, pretty. It's the bright colors and the different aesthetic than Morrowind had. Where Morrowind was bleaker and darker. Oblivion's brighter and prettier, and I prefer Morrowind. I still do, although my gameplay mechanics are woefully outdated. I would love for them to remake that game. But that's gonna do it for tonight. I gotta go hang out with my 3-year-old and make sure he's not making my mom want to kill him, as he's want to do. He's a little asshole, just like his father. Check out our Discord, YouTube, Facebook. Everything is down below in my bio. And I will see you all next time.